Oh boy, I've already said it before, but man, there's always something, isn't there? Over the past, I don't know, month and a half, it just feels like there's always something that comes along every once in a while that breaks up my daily uploading that I've been trying to maintain, and this time it might have actually been apparent why it happened. So if you're not new to the channel or not new to the series, you'll know I've been having some issues with my controller where, you know, it's been automatically diving and just stuff like that, and it was just getting worse and worse. It got to the point where I recorded a video of a game in Diamond Dynasty where I think I allowed 4 or 5 runs purely because of the fact that the controller would auto dive, and I didn't want to upload that video, and I didn't want to record any more of this because, you know, we're in a pretty important part of the season, and if the controller was just getting worse and worse and more inconsistent with you know, what it was doing, I didn't want that to jeopardize this World Series run. So I took a break from uploading while I bought a new controller. I didn't want to have to, but you know, it was kind of necessary. I mean, if you saw it, you know. But anyway, literally just a half an hour ago, this new controller arrived. So we're back, and let's try and recalibrate here. We left off winning the second game of the ALCS against the Yankees at home. Dylan Cease apparently is the best pitcher in the league all of a sudden. And now we're in New York trying to take a 3-0 series lead. And we're going to be starting out in a pretty good position, actually. We're going to have a 4-1 lead. But we do have a bit of a jam to work out of. There is 2 outs, but the Yankees are going to have the bases loaded here. Bottom of the 6th. So before we hop in here, make sure you guys leave a like on this video if you enjoy it. Subscribe to the channel if you're not already. We're getting pretty close to 500. But let's just go ahead and get into this game 3 here.
Let's go down to the field for a report. Heidi, what did the players share with you heading into this contest?
Matt, they jumped out to a 2-0 lead in this 7-game series, but they seem anything but satisfied. One team leader told me that we believe the only thing that can beat us in this series is ourselves. The key to not doing that is staying in the right frame of mind. Our opponent is going to come at us hard today, and we have got to be ready.
So it looks like Dustin Mays worked himself into a jam. Let's see what's led up to this point in the game, though. So for them, their 1 run so far has come on a Stanton home run, and then I'm assuming, well, that was earlier this inning too, and then I'm assuming all their other offense has been what loaded the bases. Kluber's working out of the pen, so I guess we'll be facing him. And what do we have? It looks like Gallo had a home run, and then Dustin May on the mound. It looks like he was on a roll until this inning, but he has 6 strikeouts, 1 run allowed, 1 walk on 4 hits. And I'm gonna keep the ball in his hand here to work out of this jam. We're gonna get Judge. Does the curveball get him? I don't know if it does. Let's try it. Oh, it did get him. Good place on that curveball there, and we work out of the jam. Hopefully that means the rest of the game is gonna be smooth sailing. He's pumped. All right, we are facing Kluber out of the pen. Got Danny Mendick up here. Any offense would be nice. Just more and more insurance. That was probably a pitch I could have hit better. Oh, wow. That one, I mean, that was just a good pitch mix between the last pitch and that one. Madrigal has really been struggling in the postseason. I think he's barely batting over 100. I'm just trying to read his stats out on the scoreboard. It looks like 3 hits. But one of them is a walk-off. And there we go. A walk's as good as a hit. Ooh, that was a good pitch. That, I don't know how that fooled. Look, that's the exact same pitch I took the one before. I don't know why that one fooled me so much more. Oh, I swung at ball 4, but it was a good pitch. And a 4-pitch walk to Moncada. Man, if it weren't for me swinging out of the zone, Kluber would have 3 straight walks here. And another walk on a 3-2 count that time. Man. Now I really wish I drew that walk with Luis Robert instead of swinging at strike 3. And they're bringing in a new pitcher, Jonathan Loaizaga. Didn't he just pitch like a lot in the last game? How can he have enough energy? Yeah, he's only at like half energy. Alright, I don't understand why they don't go to someone else. 3-2 count again. Everyone's going to be on the move. Oh, that's a 50-50 call right there. I mean, really, if you think about it, that was not a good inning at the plate for me. I don't think I put a single good swing at anything. And honestly, I'm going to call it a day for May. Let's go with Devin Williams, because they've got nothing but righties in their batting order. And there we go. 1 pitch, 1 out. Good start. Oh, that actually got him. I thought he took it. I think he was late on that. Yeah, he had a really late swing to the point where I thought he took it, and then all of a sudden he was swinging. And the screwball again gets Stanton that time. Devin Williams, good inning there in the 7th. Tim Anderson, are we going to get a bloop cheesy single? We are. That's a good way to start here for some insurance. Leadoff single. I might have to put him back at the top of the order. I don't think he's going off in the postseason, but he's definitely hitting better than Madrigal's 103. Now, and just a pop-up from Danny. Nobody on this team is really hitting well in the postseason. Like, we are so much relying on our pitching. Another strikeout on that screwball. Man, every time I've used Williams in this, it seems like that screwball doesn't really work. Another one on the screwball. It's like this Yankees lineup is like a hive mind. And if one person's having trouble with a certain pitch, they all are. Last game it was Cease's slider, now it's the Devin Williams screwball. Oh, Madrigal with a nice swing. That's going to be a leadoff double. Moncada? Come on, stay fair for me. Ah, it must have been fouled by a lot because it didn't even show how much it was fouled by. That one's going to leave, though. That one's not going to hook foul. That was a blast. Only 365? Man, I thought that was hit further. But Moncada, he does seem to be one guy who's at least hitting with some sort of consistency. And he's going to put this one a little bit further out of reach here. A little more insurance. Not a save spot, so we'll hopefully save Hendricks for the next game. Matt Foster, though, he was one of our better relievers throughout the year. And that's a good start. Weak late grounder. And another weak late swing on the 2-seam. And a good play from Moncada. That's going to seal it. Look at that jump throw. 3-0 lead in the series. I feel pretty safe right now, I'll be honest. Alright, and here we go. Let's see what this next game is looking like. And it's going to be... Alright, it's going to be an uphill battle if we want this sweep. But we've got the time in this episode, and this one's only in the 8th inning. It's only a couple innings to play, so let's do it.
Heidi, you spoke to some of them earlier. What was the mindset of this group headed into this game?
Matt, although they find themselves one win away from sweeping the ALCS and punching their ticket to the Fall Classic, they're not taking anything for granted coming into what they expect to be a tough fight in Game 4. When asked how it felt to be up 3-0, one player told me, "Last I checked, it takes 4 wins to advance, not 3. It feels good, but it doesn't mean much yet. Let's talk again when we get one more win."
Well, it's raining again. I don't know that I would assume if it was going to be an issue, the announcers would be talking about it, and they really weren't. Well, hang on, I got to step out of the box, and let's see what has led to this point in the game. This is kind of crazy that we've only scored 1 run. We've had 8 hits. Every single person in the lineup has gotten on base 1 time each. 8 of them have a hit. The one that doesn't have a hit has a walk. But these hits, they just must have come sporadically through the game because there's only 1 run to show. We've got 4 doubles and only the 1 run out of it. Giolito was the pitcher. Did he pitch? He did pitch game 1. I mean, other than the runs, well, I shouldn't say that. He did give up 10 base runners in 6 innings, but he also struck out 10. And then Foster came into the game for an inning and struck out 2. What have they done? 2 homers from Luke Voit and then a homer from Glaber. So man, even though Giolito gave up a ton of base runners, 3 of their 4 runs came on just solo homers. Alright, let's get into it. Uphill battle here. But if Madrigal gets on, then the tying run's up to the plate. And Madrigal is gonna get on. We're gonna hold up at third. No reason to risk anything here. He hit that ball pretty hard. Man, that's 2 straight at bats for me with Madrigal with a perfect swing. And that's gonna chase the starter. Chad Green. Did we light him up last time we saw him? He's only got... Wow. He's only got a third of an inning pitched over the course of 2 games. I feel like we have seen him before, and I mean, we must have lit him up. That is a small PCI, though, for Luis Robert. Well, that's good for at least 1. Yeah, I didn't think that was getting down. That was a pitch I could have done something with if I turned on it. Hey, we'll take it, though. At least we're not coming up empty-handed in the first. And we do have Moncada up against a righty. Oh, come on. Carry ball. Carry ball. Ah. If he hits that just a couple of feet to the right, if he pulls it just a little bit more, that might have left. Oh my gosh, another one. That time it was just foul. He pulled it too much, Gallo. Oh, and then I'm under it. Under it and just barely, ever so slightly late. Man, we came so close to coming through here right away. But we're going to have to try and do it in the 9th. Oh, I completely... How did I completely forget about Chapman? It's like he completely was erased from my mind before I saw him pop up on the screen there. Alright, well, that's going to make things a little bit tougher than I even thought. I keep forgetting. No outlier on this Chapman. Gotta wait back a little bit more than usual. I was way out in front of a fastball. Oh, and that just... I don't know what it was about that, but to me, that didn't look like just a normal slider. It looked a little bit more nasty. Alright, but hey, Tim Anderson's the one who walked it off against Chapman in Game 1. So if he gets another single, that brings Abreu to the plate, and we're looking good. Oh, we worked it back from 0-2 to 3-2, and then that just... I don't know what happened. Oh, hang on a second. Abreu's gonna take that one over the wall. That was like the last thing I expected. I barely even made contact on any of the pitches so far. Then all of a sudden I turned down one low and in? Hey, I mean, all we need is one more swing. We do have 2 outs though, but still. See, and this is where we're missing Andrew Vaughn. Because if he was just still on the team, he'd be batting right now, and Eaton would be on the bench. You wouldn't have to worry about a pinch hitter, but I really don't want to face Chapman lefty-lefty here if I don't have to, but like Joel Booker isn't really any better statistically, or I guess attribute-wise, and Engel, I mean, he's pretty much the same also. You know what? I'm going to go with Engel. He's pretty much got the exact same attributes against lefties as Eaton, but it's more about being righty-lefty instead of lefty-lefty. So Engel, buddy, you're our last hope here. It is tempting to try and bunt with him, but I just don't trust a bunt with 2 outs. No, let me hold up. Okay, this is... Oh, hang on. Engel, that's going to drop in. We're still in this thing. And who's up next? It's Danny. Oh boy, Danny, I have not been good with you, but you got to come through. I think that one's got too much under it to drop in. Yep. So close to putting a good swing on that slider. Hey, we can't... I can't be upset about that. It put us in a tough spot. Down 4-1 with only 2 innings to go. And we almost pulled it off. I mean, in the 8th, there was... I mean, that Moncada swing was like 3 feet away from tying it up right there. So we're gonna not be able to say we swept our way into the World Series, but we're still sitting in a good spot, up 3-1. Hopefully they don't plop us into another situation like that. And I guess that just goes to prove that momentum really doesn't matter come postseason if it's gonna put you in down 4-1 in the 8th. All right, we got another chance. What's this situation gonna look like? That looks a little bit better. But I am gonna save that one for the next episode. Hopefully we can just go ahead and get ourselves into the World Series and that one, maintain that 3-1 lead. But I'm gonna call it here. So again, if you like this video, make sure to hit the like button for me. Subscribe to the channel if you're not already. We're almost at 500, and if you care about Diamond Dynasty or pack openings, I'm gonna be opening 500 packs once I hit 500 subscribers. So help me get there as soon as possible, because I've been sitting on a bunch of packs in my inventory that I just want to open. That's going to do it for this one. Thank you guys all for watching. I hope you all enjoyed, and I'll see you next time.